Energy is the lifeblood of modern economies. It powers our homes, fuels our industries, and enables transportation networks. Access to reliable and affordable energy is fundamental to economic growth, social stability, and national security. This critical need for steady and secure supply of energy is what we call energy security. The global energy landscape is constantly evolving. Geopolitical events, technological advancements, and environmental concerns all contribute to this complex and dynamic system. In recent years, the importance of energy security has been brought into sharp focus by a series of global events, most notably the Russia-Ukraine conflict and the ongoing tensions in the Middle East. These events have exposed vulnerabilities in global energy supply chains and highlighted the risks associated with overdependence on a single supplier or source of energy. The interconnected nature of the global energy system means that disruptions in one part of the world can have ripple effects across the globe, impacting energy prices, economic stability, and even geopolitical alliances. Ensuring energy security is a multifaceted challenge that requires a comprehensive and collaborative approach. Nations must diversify their energy sources, invest in resilient infrastructure, and work together to address geopolitical risks that threaten global energy supplies. The stakes are high, and the consequences of inaction are significant. A secure and sustainable energy future requires proactive planning, strategic investment, and a shared commitment to global cooperation. The ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine has sent shockwaves through the global energy market. Russia, a major energy exporter, has traditionally been a key supplier of natural gas to Europe. However, the war has exposed the dangers of this dependence, as Russia has repeatedly used energy supplies as a political weapon, cutting off gas flows to exert pressure on European nations. The European Union, heavily reliant on Russian gas, has been particularly vulnerable to these disruptions. The bloc has faced soaring energy prices, supply shortages, and economic uncertainty as a result of the conflict. This crisis has served as a wake-up call, prompting the EU to accelerate its efforts to diversify away from Russian energy and enhance its energy security. The EU has set ambitious targets to reduce its reliance on Russian fossil fuels. These targets include rapidly increasing the use of renewable energy sources, such as wind and solar power, and securing alternative supplies of natural gas from other countries. The bloc has also implemented energy efficiency measures to reduce overall energy consumption. This shift away from Russian energy represents a significant geopolitical realignment. It is a clear signal that Europe is no longer willing to tolerate the risks associated with energy dependence on a single unreliable supplier. The war has forced Europe to rethink its energy strategy and prioritize long-term energy security over short-term economic expediency. The Baltic states of Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania provide compelling examples of how European nations are adapting to the new energy landscape. Historically heavily dependent on Russian energy, these countries have made remarkable progress in reducing their reliance on their eastern neighbor. They have embraced energy diversification, infrastructure development, and regional cooperation to enhance their energy security. Lithuania, for instance, took a decisive step in 2022 by becoming the first EU country to completely halt imports of Russian natural gas. The country achieved this milestone through a combination of strategic investments and policy reforms. Lithuania's LNG import terminal, operational since 2014, has played a crucial role in enabling the country to access global LNG markets and reduce its dependence on Russian pipelines. Estonia and Latvia have followed suit, rapidly reducing their reliance on Russian energy. Both countries are making significant investments in LNG infrastructure, with Estonia's new LNG terminal expected to become operational in the near future. This will allow the Baltic states to import gas from a wider range of suppliers, enhancing their energy security and reducing their vulnerability to Russian pressure. The Baltic states' success in achieving energy independence serves as a model for other European nations seeking to enhance their energy security. Their experience demonstrates that with political will, strategic investment, and regional cooperation, it is possible to break free from dependence on unreliable energy suppliers. While the Russia-Ukraine war has had an immediate and direct impact on European energy security, the ongoing conflict between Iran and Israel poses a different kind of threat to global energy flows. This conflict, characterized by proxy wars, maritime tensions, and the ever-present risk of escalation, has the potential to disrupt crucial energy transit routes in the Middle East, with far-reaching consequences for the global economy. Iran, a major oil producer, sits astride the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow waterway through which a significant portion of the world's oil supply passes. Tensions between Iran and Israel, as well as with other regional powers, have raised concerns about the potential for Iran to disrupt shipping traffic through the strait, either directly or through its proxies. Any disruption to this vital choke point would have a significant impact on global oil prices and could lead to widespread economic instability. The Iran-Israel conflict also poses risks to the Bab al-Mandab Strait, another strategically important waterway located at the southern entrance to the Red Sea. This strait is a key transit route for oil and other goods flowing from the Middle East to Europe and Asia. Iran has been accused of supporting Houthi rebels in Yemen who have targeted ships in the Bab al-Mandab in the past. The potential for conflict or instability in these vital waterways underscores the vulnerability of global energy supply chains to geopolitical risks. It highlights the importance of diversifying energy sources, securing alternative transit routes, and working to de-escalate tensions in the region to ensure the free flow of energy. The Strait of Hormuz and the Bab al-Mandab are just two examples of critical maritime choke points that play a vital role in global energy trade. These narrow waterways, often located in politically unstable regions, are vulnerable to disruptions that can have significant impacts on energy, security, and the global economy. The Strait of Hormuz, located between Iran and Oman, is arguably the most important energy choke point in the world. Approximately one-third of all seaborne traded oil passes through this narrow strait, making it a vital artery for global energy markets. Any disruption to shipping traffic through the strait, whether due to conflict, terrorism, or accidents, would have a ripple effect on the global economy, leading to higher energy prices and potential supply shortages. The Bab al-Mandab, situated between Yemen on the Arabian Peninsula and Djibouti and Eritrea in the Horn of Africa, is another critical choke point for global energy flows. This strait connects the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden and the Arabian Sea, providing a crucial link between the oil-rich Middle East and energy-hungry markets in Asia and Europe. The Suez Canal, while not strictly a choke point in the same way as the straits, is another vital waterway for global energy trade. This artificial sea-level waterway in Egypt connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea, providing a shorter shipping route between Europe and Asia. The canal significantly reduces shipping times and costs, making it a key artery for global trade, including energy shipments. The Middle East, home to the world's largest reserves of oil and natural gas, plays a pivotal role in the global energy system. The region's energy landscape is characterized by a complex interplay of factors, including geopolitical rivalries, economic interests, and the growing importance of renewable energy sources. The Middle East's traditional energy giants, such as Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Kuwait, continue to be major players in the global oil market. These countries have vast oil reserves and production capacities, giving them significant influence over global energy prices and supply. However, they are also facing challenges, including the need to diversify their economies away from oil dependence and adapt to the global energy transition towards cleaner energy sources. Other countries in the region, such as Iraq and Iran, have significant energy potential, but face challenges related to political instability, sanctions, and infrastructure constraints. Iraq, for instance, has the world's fifth largest proven oil reserves, but has struggled to fully develop its energy sector due to decades of conflict and instability. Iran, despite having the world's fourth largest oil reserves and second largest gas reserves, has been hampered by international sanctions that have limited its ability to export energy. The events of recent years have underscored the importance of energy diversification as a cornerstone of national and regional energy security. Overdependence on a single supplier or source of energy creates vulnerabilities that can be exploited for political or economic gain. Diversifying energy portfolios by securing supplies from multiple sources, developing domestic energy resources, and investing in renewable energy technologies reduces these vulnerabilities and enhances energy security. Energy diversification takes many forms. For countries heavily reliant on energy imports, it may involve securing supplies from a wider range of exporting countries, reducing dependence on a single supplier. This can involve negotiating long-term energy contracts with multiple suppliers, investing in new pipeline infrastructure, or developing LNG import terminals to access global gas markets. Developing domestic energy resources, when feasible, is another important aspect of energy diversification. This may involve exploring for and developing new oil and gas fields, investing in renewable energy projects such as wind and solar farms, or harnessing other domestic energy sources such as hydropower, geothermal energy, or nuclear power. Renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, hydropower, geothermal, and biomass are playing an increasingly important role in enhancing energy security worldwide. Unlike fossil fuels, which are finite and often concentrated in specific geographic regions, renewable energy sources are virtually inexhaustible and widely distributed. This makes them inherently more secure and less susceptible to geopolitical disruptions. Investing in renewable energy brings numerous benefits in terms of energy security. Firstly, it reduces dependence on imported fossil fuels, which are often subject to price volatility and supply disruptions. By generating electricity from domestic renewable sources, countries can reduce their exposure to these risks and enhance their energy independence. Secondly, renewable energy projects are typically more dispersed and decentralized than traditional fossil fuel power plants. This makes them less vulnerable to disruptions caused by natural disasters, technical failures, or deliberate attacks. A distributed energy system with multiple sources of generation spread across a wider geographic area is inherently more resilient and secure. Thirdly, the transition to renewable energy can reduce geopolitical tensions related to energy resources. Competition over access to fossil fuels has historically been a source of conflict and instability in many parts of the world. By shifting towards cleaner and more sustainable energy sources, countries can reduce their reliance on these contested resources and promote greater global cooperation. The global energy landscape is undergoing a period of profound transformation, driven by geopolitical shifts, technological advancements, and the growing urgency of addressing climate change. The Russia-Ukraine war and the ongoing tensions in the Middle East serve as stark reminders of the critical importance of energy security in an increasingly interconnected world. Energy security is not merely about ensuring a steady supply of energy. It is about mitigating risks, enhancing resilience, and promoting global cooperation. It requires a multifaceted approach that encompasses energy diversification, infrastructure development, technological innovation, and strategic diplomacy. As the world transitions toward a cleaner and more sustainable energy future, the importance of energy security will only continue to grow. By embracing a forward-looking and collaborative approach to energy geopolitics, we can navigate the complexities of the 21st century and create a more secure and prosperous future for all.